LA's new alternative. Panic at the Disco. I write sins, not tragedies. It is The Woody Show. Good morning to you.
That's the laugh of superiority.
This is The Woody Show.
What are the big trending news headlines this morning? Gina Grad.
Well, this is definitely something I'm glad Greg isn't here to talk about. Delta Airlines plane crashed at Toronto Pearson Airport yesterday afternoon, and this was unlike anything most people have ever heard of. Turns out the plane crash landed and flipped upside down on the runway.
Yeah, I want to see the video of that.
Very rare.
Do
What
they
did you
have
see?
video of it?
There's
gotta be.
some that's come out that's from like a lot across the way, and
What's that?
it shows it was probably wind shear. They're saying,
Right, because that's what I was thinking, like how that happened.
Yeah,
I'm thinking like
exactly.
a gust of wind came.
and it slams it to the ground.
Right, exactly. There was a lot of snow on the ground.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff going on, so it wasn't like it was just a typical dry, sunny day
Right.
type landing, number one. So there was clearly some kind of weather coming through. But like, there's always cameras from the airfield,
Right.
Like at least from the tower looking out onto the airfields. There's got to be some kind of video of it.
Well, there's definitely video of people exiting the plane, and the flight attendants
Yeah.
are not messing around.
No.
The FAA is trying to figure out what the hell happened, and there will probably be more info on that in the next few days.
And the weakest thing is, like, you're involved in something where everybody survives. You don't even get to use the slide.
I know.
Because it's
You
upside
can't.
down.
There's no way to
Plane's
use the
upside
slide.
down.
Well, and now Woody, does this change? Are you the big I don't need to put my seatbelt on and all that stuff?
Yeah.
I would have
you
been out of the
would've
plane quicker.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
you'd be in the ICU.
Well, I'd have been injured. But anyway,
That'd be broken, yeah.
I heard some of the people talking
Yeah.
about like what happened. So they said that they landed, the plane flipped and ended up on its roof. They said it was a really weird feeling, unbuckling themselves and then dropping to the ceiling
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
of the
imagine.
plane.
And they said, yeah.
Think about how many like just people are fat and out of shape, and there's no way they can catch themselves.
Oh, no.
So it's just crack.
They're dropping.
Well, and they said the fact that it was a smaller plane probably helped because the drop from your seat to the ceiling wasn't as
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
But they're trying to figure out what happened. The plane was carrying 4 crew members and 76 passengers, at least 18 people injured, 3 in critical condition and taken to the hospital.
I saw, speaking of a guy getting injured, there's a video, I think it was on that PPV Tahoe account that we follow on Instagram.
Yeah.
This guy, like a Uber or Lyft driver, so he had one of the cameras inside the car, so that's how he got this video. But he's sitting there at a light, and some kid texting and driving rear ends him at 75 miles an hour.
Oh, my
How do you
God.
survive
And to
that?
see just how violent that is.
That's
and then
bad.
and this guy ended up with a back broken in like 3 places.
Yeah.
Um
Did he go through the windshield? 75 miles an hour?
no, he was buckled into his seat
Yeah.
and got rear-ended.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know somebody that fell asleep at the wheel and hit somebody like going full speed, and they were at a stop, and they
Yeah.
thought they killed the person.
Wow.
Because they were knocked out instantly.
I mean, did you ever like misjudge, when you're pulling into a parking spot and they have those little like curb looking things in front of the spot to keep
yeah.
you from going too far forward?
Yeah.
Did you ever hit those going like not even fast at
Going
all?
two?
Yeah,
Yes.
but it still like jolts you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Or you think
Yeah.
you're pulling through and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Somebody on the text says on the Aviation Rare Instagram page, there's a clear recording.
Oh,
okay.
that seems like something you would follow anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Should start following it.
The 50th anniversary of SNL was this past weekend, and the numbers are in. It was huge. Almost 15 million people watched. Lil Wayne and Miley Cyrus were some of the musical guests. Paul McCartney closed the show with a rarely performed Beatles song, Golden Slumbers / Carry That Weight / The End.
I do know that one.
There were cameos from Eddie Murphy and Kristen Wiig, Will Ferrell, Steve Martin, Scarlett Johansson, Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd. I mean,
How about Ryan Reynolds, huh?
Yeah.
Great
Alec
line.
Baldwin.
Yeah, those-
Oh, yeah.
Funny.
Goes
Yeah,
on and
that's
on.
great.
Yeah. How you doing, Ryan? Why? Have you heard things?
Why? What have you heard?
And if you missed it, you can stream it on Peacock. Like, Sammy only saw the first
It doesn't
hour.
seem
Yeah.
like his wife was in on the joke because her face instantly changed.
Well, no, she had no expression, and that's the only way you can play it. You can't laugh at what he's saying. You can't really
No,
show
she
any
was
emotion.
smiling. He said that, and then she wasn't.
Oh, let's take a look.
And then
Yeah.
Kevin Costner was sitting behind them. There were people trying to make something out of the Kevin Costner. As soon as he stood up,
How's he getting
Ryan
involved?
Reynolds. No, I'm saying Ryan Reynolds. He kind of had this look on his face, like this. Yuck, kind of look on his
He's
face.
also sitting there chewing gum with a lot of shots on him.
Are you talking about Kevin Costner? Or
Yeah, Kevin Costner.
Ryan?
Like he did not. It seemed like he wasn't
He
into
didn't want to be there.
Ryan Reynolds like getting up there. Like
Okay.
they're like, well, who can he tell whose side he's on? Because he then was making eyes, like trying to see what Blake Lively's
Kevin's got his
reaction
own
was going to be.
problems.
Okay.
Well, you know
He's not
who
worried about
Kevin's
him.
new bestie is?
Who's that?
Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Oh well, then.
That's
Yeah.
not something I expected to hear
They
at
were.
all.
I guess
No.
they were together at the Super Bowl, and then they were hanging out again at SNL 50 and like backstage and everything, or after the
Unlikely
show.
pair.
They must
Yeah.
be shooting something.
Yeah.
But but there was the concert on Friday, which
Yeah.
I thought was really, really good.
The whole weekend. Well, high-level delegations from the U.S. and Russia have begun talks in Saudi Arabia today with the hope of ending the now 3-year war in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was not invited to the meeting. This is just the beginning of the process to see where Russia is since they started this whole thing and to see if there's a deal to be made to end the fighting. And after that, they'll get Ukraine involved to work out a deal. Well, President Claudia Sheinbaum said yesterday that Mexico will take Google to court if maps shown to U.S.-based users continue to label the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America. And she told reporters what Google's doing here is changing the name of the continental shelf of Mexico and Cuba, which has nothing to do with Trump's decree, which applied only to the U.S. continental shelf. And we do not agree with this.
Okay, here's my thing. I think the whole thing's dumb on both, like renaming it dumb, also suing
Fighting
over
about
it
it.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like when they renamed the Sears Tower in Chicago the Willis Tower. Nobody
They
calls it
did?
the Willis Tower. Yeah.
Sears
See,
Tower.
nobody calls it the Willis Tower. Or like every other year where they rename a venue from one
Right.
thing to the next thing.
It's
where
always
a
the original
contraband-
name.
Everybody refers to it as whatever it always was.
Right.
All right. So does it? I mean, none of it really matters. This
Yeah.
is just a pissing contest.
I wonder if they're gonna. A friend of mine said when my kid's taking a geography test, I wonder if they're gonna count it off if he says Gulf of Mexico.
Would they even bother? Like,
Yeah, we'll
like who
find out.
cares?
Yeah.
That was part of the SNL thing. Where Steve Martin said, "I was vacationing in the Gulf of Steve Martin."
I mean, the whole, like from the very beginning, the whole thing's dumb.
Yeah, it is. Well, Justin Tucker, the kicker for the Baltimore Ravens, he's facing more accusations of sexual misconduct. So at first, 6 massage therapists said he was inappropriate with them, but now the number is 16.
Jeez.
These incidents allegedly occurred between 2012 and 2016. And while Tucker and his attorneys deny the allegations, most accusers have lawyered up. The NFL is reviewing all of this under its personal conduct policy. And Tucker says the claims are false and hurtful. The Ravens and the
I'm
NFL
so close to retirement.
Yeah.
His feelings, you guys.
Yeah.
false and hurtful. Well, tax season is here, and the IRS expects 140 million people will file returns by April 15th. The IRS has also debuted a new online tool to help taxpayers check the status of their refunds. So if you file your taxes electronically, the IRS says it should take 21 days or less to get your refund. If you choose to get your refund with direct deposit, it'll be an even shorter amount of time. And if you file a paper return, do people file paper returns?
I had
I'm
to
sure
this
Greg,
last
if he was here, he
year.
would
Yeah.
say yeah.
'Cause I had an extension. I was late
Oh.
for no good reason. I was late. And
Yeah, I mean, it's not that long ago that I remember being like the last in line at the post office in the 11th hour of like April 14th.
Well, that used to be a big
No.
news thing. They would post up at the post office.
Yeah,
Yep,
because the
exactly.
lines
Kids,
are
ask your
huge.
parents.
Yep. So if you file a
post
paper
office?
return,
What?
Ow.
the refund could take 4 weeks or more. And if you return, if your return requires any corrections, good luck. You'll be waiting a while.
I'm still waiting on documents.
Really?
You are?
Yeah.
You should not be.
Yeah.
I should have gotten them, but I have not gotten them.
Have you followed up with?
Well,
whoever
so
it
what
is?
I'll end up having to do is then go online, find the things there, download, or then request.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But it's
It's a
always
pain in the ass.
It's always this way for whatever reason. I get the W-2, the company, by the way, who's the most incompetent of all the things I have to deal with.
Huh?
They're the first to get me my stuff. In this particular case, so that's appreciated.
Yeah.
We can't get information like we're giving away tickets to a concert. When's the concert?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever.
What is that? Like, I don't know.
We fired that department.
Yeah.
But when it comes to getting the W-2, great.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're
Yeah.
Johnny on the spot. Yeah, I'm
it.
waiting on one too, actually.
Yeah. Oh, I know what it is. It's like where I have like my investments and stuff.
Oh.
I'm like the people who are like handling my money.
Yeah. They don't
Like-
know where it's at.
Yeah. Where's my tax form? That doesn't bring much confidence.
Well, speaking of that, heads up, everyone, because the IRS does not send text messages regarding stimulus check eligibility.
Oh,
Oh, really?
No, and
odd.
if you get one, it's a scam, a llama ding dong.
Wait, we're still doing stimmies?
Yeah. The IRS
sweet.
has already
love to have
doled out
one.
stimulus payments automatically to eligible people, and nothing more is required from taxpayers. Scammers are impersonating the IRS through text, and they trick people into handing over their personal information for all kinds of shady purposes.
Hey, it's the IRS. I think you might be entitled to a bigger refund than we initially thought. Just going to need you to enter your Social Security number real quick.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. That's a scam? You're kidding.
Yeah, just go to Target, get us some gift cards.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they don't even sell the Visa gift cards anymore at Target.
Is that why?
Yeah, because morons.
I didn't know that. Well, the phishing scam includes a fake link that looks like an official IRS website, of course, and potentially leading to malware or requests for sensitive info. Like you said, the Better Business Bureau says people should be careful of unsolicited messages claiming to be from the IRS and avoid clicking suspicious links. Don't get too curious.
They don't sell them at all?
No, I tried to get them, and they're like, yeah, too many idiots like get scammed, so we can't sell them
And
anymore.
too many people going in, stealing the numbers.
Well, because I noticed what they've done, because I did buy a Visa gift card recently. Like the number on the backside is not exposed anymore. You have to peel the cardboard
Right,
off.
yes.
But the cashier at the register makes you do that.
In front of them.
Yeah, so that then they can scan it. So they won't put them back on the shelf that already have it. It's very clear that somebody's already opened it.
Right.
I don't even bother with it. I was at a grocery store recently where the couple in front of me had a bag full of gift cards. And they were scanning. This one work? Nope. This one work? Nope.
I don't like that.
Yeah, no, the guy in front of me said, like, well, okay, well, why are we dealing with these thieves?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
here we go.
Yeah. Well, they're going to soon move on to Red Lobster gift cards or something.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, why don't they just put them behind the little lockbox like they do everything else there? All right, well, that's what's going on, Wayne.
All right, thank you very much, Gina Grad. We got some more Woody Show coming up for you next. Hang on. Just stop kissing and snuggling turtles.
Well, I think that's ridiculous. I think that's bad.
Yeah, you could have got salmonellas.
Disgusting.
Who sucks now? The Woody Show.